Question: how would you describe the look of Darth Vader, Yoda, and Princess Leia to someone who's never seen them before? Imagine you're hiring a professional painter to paint a picture of these iconic characters, but the painter has never seen Star Wars. And for some reason you're hiring them for this. You're not known for making the best decisions. How would you describe the way they look to the artist to get a result as close as possible to the actual versions? Hello, I'm Zaccura, and I am a professional painter, but don't let that fool you. No one's hiring me to do this. I'm going to attempt to paint these iconic Star Wars characters based purely on written descriptions from strangers on the internet. And to help with that, I posted this question over on the Star Wars Reddit and on my channel's post tab. And shout out to the Zaccura community for coming through way more than Reddit. Words cannot describe how much I love my subscribers for always showing up and riding whatever strange seas we're sailing on this channel. So I guess I'm already cheating because my subscribers aren't strangers. They're my fam. And you can join the fam by hitting that subscribe button. I also have seen Star Wars, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to attempt to remove that knowledge from my brain and throw it away. Ooh, why the loud noise? Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got lots of replies. Oh, and they're long. Oh, they're long. I love a long comment. To help me narrow things down for my paintings, I've thrown all the comments into my mug here, which by the way, I designed, and it's available on my shop, Zaccura.com. And I'm going to randomly pick one description for each character to serve as the main base for the artwork. But I will be taking ideas from the other comments as well, if we need a little extra flavor. So first up, for Darth Vader. No lady! No lady here. Oh goodness, I remember this one. Now, no lady here was like, are we talking full body or just their heads? And I was like, all of it, the more the better. Am I lady or no lady? Delivered. Look at this. Look at this. I have to scroll to see all of it. This is beautiful. Yo, this was like the most dedicated one I got. So let's paint Darth Vader based on an internet description. So I'm actually going to sketch out the pieces digitally first and then do the final paintings traditionally with paints. Alright, let's read this description. The following audio was my very first read-through of this comment. I made sure to record it so we could discover it together. Please enjoy. Vader. None of his skin shows anywhere. His head is a full helmet. The top or hat of his helmet is reminiscent. Wait, his helmet has a hat? Isn't a helmet already a hat? The top or hat of his helmet is reminiscent of an SS soldier helmet, but the back rim of the helmet goes down past his neck, stopping at the top of the shoulders. The face of his helmet is very similar to a vintage gas mask, 1940s, but the eye goggle part is shaped more like sunglasses, rounded rectangular. The mouthpiece looks like a triangle, but with vent slits in it. The cheeks and nose of the mask look a bit angular, like a samurai mask might. The front rim of the helmet, hat, I'm very confused with this helmet hat situation, also is similar to a samurai, where it is shaped to look like two arches, almost expressing eyebrows. The entire color of the helmet is black with a slight sheen. This will be difficult to explain his outfit and also the fact he changes them per movie. Wait, Darth Vader changed his outfit in each movie? Vader outfit is basically a ninja outfit with futuristic combat boots that go up to his knees. Imagine a Teletubbies screen on his chest. Oh girl, you just brought back some memories that I didn't want. But instead of a screen, it looks like switches and buttons similar to a flight sim switchboard. He wears a thick leather belt and essentially a leather cod piece looking thing, covering his no square like a loincloth. Oh my god. That's it, I'm done guys. I'm done. I can't read anymore. That's it. That's all we got for tonight. Alright, it's the next day and I'm still working on the Darth Vader and I'm kind of struggling with the legs. I have always struggled with legs, so I thought I would get some help. And I just got this anatomy book by Jazza. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. It's called Draw with Jazza Easy Anatomy. It's an ebook on his store. I just happened to see that it was on sale and I was like, you know what? Why not give something like this a shot? I don't know why I've always struggled with legs. Of all the parts of human anatomy, I think I just studied them the least. And honestly, I'm getting tired of having to draw draw and erase and draw and erase the legs every time I have to draw them. So I'm doing something about it. This book is definitely tailored more for beginners, but honestly, sometimes the best way to tackle a struggle is to go back to the very beginning basics, because that's usually where you got lazy. Or at least I did. 10 years ago, instead of studying leg muscles, I wanted to draw the fun stuff. And lo and behold, here I am now, doing homework prescribed by 2015 Jazza. Oh, look at how young Jazza is in this photo. Oh, this is in his old studio. I remember this studio. And you know what? It worked. Yeah, I think that was a legit improvement. Let's see the before and after. Like, I think this shape makes a lot more sense now. I gotta shout it out. I definitely recommend the book if you guys are a beginner or you're just struggling with anatomy. It's approved. I approve. I swear I am not sponsored. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who I am. For the final paintings, each character is going to get their own wood panel. These are actually pretty expensive, but only the finest for our cursed Star Wars art. After hitting them with some clear gesso, I printed out my bootleg Darth Vader sketch and used graphite paper to transfer it. Yeah! For the paint, I am going to be using Turner Acryl Gouache, my longtime favorite. And while we get that going, let's go back and read the second half of that Darth Vader description. He sometimes wears shoulder pieces that look like a silver and black striped Saiyan armor, except is connected across his collarbone and is rounded instead of sharp at the end. Then he wears big, thick black gloves that looks like he is about to pull out the best pie out of the oven. Oh, no lady! No lady, you got me over here. He wears what looks like a shiny rayon cape covering his shoulders all the way down to his ankles. His neck is covered by a piece of the helmet. It looks like a collar from his collarbone to his chin. Again, he's wearing all black everything. He's like pretty tall, but not out of norm for men. I hope this helps with whatever project you are doing. Oh, no lady. No lady. I wish I could put a crown instead of a heart here. This description was so beautifully detailed. I only took one detail from a different comment, which was the red laser sword. Since everything this character is wearing is black, I felt it really could use a pop of color, and laser sword just sounded like such a beautifully bootleg term for a lightsaber. It needed to be in the painting. And the image I got in my head of a laser sword is basically still a regular sword, but with the sharp part of the blade replaced with the red hot laser. We're gonna need a name for this guy. This is not Darth Vader. This is Garth Bader.
On a toxic, smoky planet far, far away, there is a legend, a man who prowls the night. Equipped with his gas mask, oven mitts, laser sword, and codpiece. He fears not monster nor man, for he is highly trained. In what, no one knows. But he is one with the blackness of the night. He is Garth Bader.
And with that, we move on to our next subject, Grandmaster Yoda. Next up, we have for Yoda. Just one. Yeah, M-I-11-E-Y. I see it as Millie. And it was a Yoda only comment, so that actually works out perfectly. Yoda, very short and green. Egg-shaped head. I mean, we talking horizontal, we talking vertical. With some wispy white hair at the back. Balding. Old. Wrinkly. Dinosaur skin-ish. 3 fingers. And has a walking stick. Just 3 fingers? Just 3 fingers. Does he have 2 hands? Or just 3 fingers? He just has 3 fingers. Oh, and he only has 3 toes. Oh my gosh, this is horrifying. Yeah, if I was treating this like a client commission, I would assume they meant 3 fingers and 3 toes on each hand and foot, because I feel like if they were missing a limb, they would have mentioned that, probably. He wears kind of like a Dune-like attire. Brown robes with layers, 3 toes, no shoes. Oh my goodness, this gave me a very strong visual of egg-shaped head with just 3 fingers and 3 toes. My guy is missing a couple limbs. He's old and wrinkly, very loudly. It's perfect. This comment did not mention pointy ears, but almost all the other Yoda comments did, so I felt I had to include them. Someone mentioned bulging eyes. Oh, that came out way more crazy than I intended it to. Now, with the Dune attire, see, a lot of people wear scarves. I haven't actually watched Dune. Well, I'll be darned. Dune attire has a codpiece. Can't get away from it. And with that, we move on to the painting. We have to bring the light back to the other table. Welcome to the glamorous life of a YouTuber. This is like 80% of the work, by the way. There is a whole side quest happening with this video where I am progressively improving my lighting as the video goes on, because despite making over 260 videos, I still really don't understand how lighting and camera settings work. But I decided that I am an actual YouTuber, that I can learn this, so I've been researching. So stay tuned to see if I figure it out by the end of this video. I know, the most enticing hook ever. Now, I was about to start painting when I realized the canvas panel is like broken. It's coming off of the frame. I tried using some craft glue, but that was completely futile. I didn't have any wood glue on hand, so I decided to just go ahead with the painting, and I hit up my dad, Papa Z, and he said he had some and he was gonna bring me it the next day. This ain't Yoda. This is Crusty Yoda, otherwise known as Croda. This is Croda!
In the hazy horizon of the desert, there walks a little green being. Origins unknown, but there are speculations. Some say he's an outcast of his own kind, originally from a damp, swampy planet, sent here to die. But against all odds, he adapted to this new dry environment by developing a crusty, dinosaur-like skin. After decades, perhaps centuries in the baking heat, some say he's lost his mind. The locals know him as the one who speaks backwards, but little is known what is really going on in that large head of his. Personally, I, the nameless narrator, believe he has never forgotten his mission, fueled by his single desire to one day get back home and clear his name. Croda.
So my dad, Papa Z, he hooked me up with some wood glue, dropped it off, along with these lovely clamps, very dirty, very properly used. So I am trying to glue Croda back together. Hopefully this will work. I don't know what I'm doing. And while we wait for Croda to crustify, we move on to our final subject, Princess Leia. And finally, for Princess Leia, we have the Ambrose. Let's see that one. Princess Leia, young Carrie Fisher, oh hey, that's cheating, in white dress and two bun-like structures as her hairstyle. So it's like, are they buns or are they bun-like structures? Okay, wait, I think I'm gonna add another one for Leia because this one just used Carrie Fisher and that's cheating for me in my eyes. I cannot just use the actress. Oh, this was a Reddit comment by JWS Wrestling Mem. Let's check that one out. Dark green cinnamon buns. Oh, wait, we don't have enough. Okay, wait, one more. Come on, for Princess Leia, somebody. We have the Birdman right now. All right, let's see. Come on, Birdman. Are you gonna pull through for us? Bro didn't even have Leia. I should have wrote that on this. Yo, we're running out of comments here. You need more than just cinnamon buns. Somebody help my girl. We have L Scribbles. Leia, a girl who likes to play dress up, but is often upset because she glued giant Cinnabons to her head and can't get them off. Oh, you guys, you did my girl so dirty over here. All we have is cinnamon buns. Oh. Alright, I guess we're just gonna go with it, but I'm gonna dip into the other comments that explained Leia a little bit more as well, because we need more than just this. Since the random picks for Leia didn't quite have enough information for me to base an entire character off of, I ended up handpicking this comment from A. Convery, who dove a bit deeper into describing her look. Princess Leia is a short young woman in her 20s with standard comic book girl facial features. She has deep brown eyes, very dark brown hair, and wears very traditional makeup. She likes to wear her hair up in various styles, but the most iconic look is twin buns on either side of her head with a center part in her hair. She wears this hairstyle at the same time as a flowy white dress with seemingly no seams, except for a turtleneck that's added to it for some reason. To keep it from looking full-on bedsheet, she has a studded silver belt that curves down like Wonder Woman's and accentuates her hips. Although in most poses, this belt is totally covered by the dress's folds. She wears white rubber boots with black soles, written like the soul that the Grim Reaper so covets. The black soles! I forgot about the black soles! Little ghosty guys. We have added in the black soles. See, Cinnabons usually have some like icing. So what if, as part of the hairstyle, I incorporated these ribbons that can kind of act like the Cinnabon frosting? With the sketch done, it's time to move on to the painting, but before we get into that, let's check on Croda's gluing situation. Alright, let's see. It's been a few hours, so hopefully it is holding. Oh, it's kind of stuck. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Everything is fine! Hey Croda, how you doing? Oh, this bowl is stuck. Stuck pretty hard. Paper towel was maybe not the best choice. Oh, okay. Alright. We have a little bit of paper towel left over, but it has been glued back together successfully. And I don't know what accent this is. I almost sound like Bobby Duke. The wood has been glued back together. I would call that a successful repair. I might want to sand it a little. We have repaired Croda to its full glory. There is now only one last painting left to complete. And as we get into that, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you to you watching this right now. Whether this is your first video of mine or you've been subscribed for years, it means a lot that you're here. This channel grew a lot in the last half a year thanks to shorts, and this is my first long form video in a very long time. I have no idea who it's gonna reach, if it reaches anybody. So if you're still here, it'd mean a lot if you posted a comment letting me know when and how you discovered this channel. This YouTube community has always been something very special to me, and I'd love to get to know all the new faces a little better. For Leia, we need a different name for Leia. What should we call her? Freya? Saya? We have Slaya. She is slaying this outfit. Once upon a time, there was a princess who loved fashion. So much so that in her youth, she would sneak out of the palace to peruse the local street markets. The little shops always offered the latest in high fashion. But one fateful afternoon, she made a purchase that would change her life forever. A pair of white rubber boots with matching white hair ribbons were offered at a great deal. But as soon as she tied her hair up and slipped into the boots, she felt a jolt and realized she could no longer take them off. She ran back to that shop to demand a refund, but on the way, she made a startling discovery. All around, floating in the air, were black souls, ghost-like creatures no one else could see, but were causing mayhem among the people, whispering in their ears, encouraging bad shopping decisions, much like the one she had just made. And at that moment, this princess knew what she had to do. From that day onward, she was a fashion princess by day and slayer of black souls by night, each creature slain making their mark upon her boots. She has a reputation among her people for having a bad attitude, which many unknowing folk attribute to being a spoiled princess. But in reality, the buns upon her head are quite heavy and irritating to the scalp. You try balancing the weight of princesshood, soul-slaying, and a bad hair choice for the rest of your life, and you may begin to understand the life of Princess Leia. So the 3 paintings are finished, but I realized that I really should have painted the sides of these panels because they're looking a little bit raw. I'm kind of a noob when it comes to painting on wood panels. I've always worked on paper. I'm not familiar with the procedures. This is the part of the video where I'd normally say something like, you can get these prints now, available on my shop. But alas, I'm doing some work on the back end of my shop and my newsletter, so I'm not launching any new products right now. But what would be awesome, if you followed me over on Instagram. I post updates and silly things on my stories in between videos, and it doesn't cost anything. That's a pretty good deal. So I just remembered that I have this. Why is it trash here? I have this. This is a colored LED light bulb. Do you know what this means? The lighting improvement side quest continues! If If I was able to bring you some smiles today, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe, as it helps me to keep making videos like this. And if you'd like to support the channel more directly, consider giving a super thanks. Any support goes a long way and I really appreciate it. Special thanks to everyone who posted their descriptions of these characters. I couldn't have made this video without you. Also shout out to my dad, Papa Z, for coming in clutch with the wood glue and also for animating the 3 transitions between the characters. That is his work. He's been learning animating and I am so proud. And until next time, stay awesome, stay inspired, always. See ya.
Yes. Oh, excellent.